chosen ones, empaths, rejecting a narcissistic Hoover can be catastrophic. Firstly, because it's going to inflict narcissistic injuries. But also, what you need to take into account is how much thought and time went into this Hoover with you. How long was you sitting and occupying a space in the narcissist's mind before they decided to actually reach out and Hoover? See, this may have been after a long period of time when they decided to do this to you. How long was they actually thinking about doing it? And also the way they structured to do it. A lot of thought has gone in to this Hoover. It's not just something they just do. You see, there's always a motive with the Hoover. And they're trying to check your temperament. They're trying to suss you out. They're trying to figure you out and know where you're at in your healing journey if you're willing to accept them back. That's why we might get a stupid, hi, how are you? After 6 months or something like that. A lot of the time, you survivors don't realize that they've actually received a Hoover. You know, there was Hoovers that used to go on at the beginning. And you may have rejected these without actually knowing. You know, these were like messages going back and forth or whatnot. And you wasn't playing in the narcissist's hand. You wasn't playing into their hand. But this is a devastating blow for the narcissist when you reject a Hoover, you know. They've already worked out what they're gonna do once they have you back. They've already worked out what they're gonna do. You know, they thought well far ahead. They premeditate a lot. And you rejecting a narcissist Hoover is a big blow for the narcissist. You know, they've put a lot of thought, a lot of effort into it. Because think about it, in sometimes these lot of hoovering after they discarded us. You know, they've gone and burnt a bridge between us, and they have the audacity to actually reach out to us afterwards. You know what I'm saying? So you've got to understand how the narcissist is in a vulnerable position there, especially if they were the one that discarded you and you're receiving this Hoover. It puts them in a vulnerable position, and it literally shifts the dynamics, because that's when you get the moment to have the final discard. That's why I always say that even though it's just validation from the narcissist, if you want to summarize up a Hoover that way, it's just a validation from the narcissist. But I believe it's a big step in the right direction on your healing journey when you do reject a Hoover. It's very satisfying to reject a narcissist Hoover. You know, after a period of time, it's very, you know, it brings a lot of closure. And I know it's just validation from the narcissist, but it does, because there's many of us survivors that have been discarded, who have been made out that we're worth nothing, and the narcissist will Hoover. For those of you that weren't discarded and you ended it, then you've still got the narcissist in a vulnerable position, because they're basically begging for your attention. They're begging for some connection with you. But you know, a narcissist is gonna go, and when you reject this Hoover, the narcissist is gonna go take out the abuse on their new supply or whoever they're around, their flying monkeys, their friends, their family. They're gonna take out the pain on them. They'll be left to deal with all of the issues that the narcissist starts to bring up. But it is a brutal blow. It is a brutal blow, because you really do have to give it some thought about how much effort and attention went into detail with the narcissist, you see. And the reason why I know this to be true is because I've seen what the narcissist has done in my life, the way they use fake accounts to try and speak to me through fake accounts, or when they pretended to be a subscriber and try and reach out and speak to me by email, then reveal it's them. They put a lot of effort and a lot of thought into it, actually pretending to be someone else, more or less taking on a whole new persona of a person. And it all just failed anyway, miserably, because it didn't work out for them. But it is a crushing blow. You just have to know. This is why you need to be strong. You need to make sure that you are strong enough to reject this Hoover attempt. You need to make sure that you are strong enough to reject it. And that's why it's all about the healing journey. If your healing journey is going well, you know, sometimes you might not have received the Hoover yet, but I'm telling you, it's going to come when you least expect it. It always comes when you least expect it. It will come at a time when, you know, you're so not thinking about them, you're so past it, and when they pop back up in your life, you're like, what is this weirdo actually doing? Why the hell are they contacting me? And I want you to be so strong in yourself that you don't even entertain it, you know? You just reject them. And that brings so much closure for well, regardless if you were discarded or you have to cut them off because they become too abusive. Regardless, it brings a lot of closure seeing this narcissist in their vulnerable position, because they're scared of your reaction as well. When they're anticipating it, they're worried about what your reaction might be. They know they've caused a lot of pain, a lot of torment in your life. They know they've abused you. They know they've smeared your name, or you know, totally tried to ruin you. And here they are after all this time, hoovering. And I've heard of hoovers over 20 years. You know, narcissists never get over empaths and chosen ones. They never get over them. And they will continue to hoover long into the future. They will do these hoovers. And some of you lot don't even realize that, like, certain profiles that you're speaking to online, or certain profiles that are following you or whatnot, is actually the narcissist, you know. And that's a form of a hoover, like when they're doing that as well. When they're reaching out with these fake accounts and stuff like that, it's a temperament checker. It's basically checking your temperament, seeing how you're responding, seeing how you deal with them being back involved in your life momentarily. So anyway, just understand that it's severe damage if you reject them. I hope you do reject them when the time comes, and I hope you have already rejected them, because it is a crushing blow for the narcissist to realize they can't just waltz back into your life. So anyway, thank you for watching today. Please press the like and the subscribe button. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can find the link in the description box. And if you'd like a one-to-one session with myself, you can also find the link in the description box. Currently, I've got the secondary channel, the spiritual channel. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.